Yo, what up, everybody? Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Second weekend, I guess, of the new year. Only 2 weekends into 2018. It's not too late to get started on chasing after your dream. If that's what you want to do, I want to encourage you to do that. Dream big and then chase after your dream. I'm going to wait just a few minutes. Give people a few seconds to come up in here. 5:58 a.m. on January 15th, 2018. Come on in the house. This is the Morning Fire, the Monday morning edition of the Morning Fire. Just try to bring you a little inspiration, a little encouragement, a little fire to start your day. Because too many people, in my personal opinion, and from conversations I've had with people, they just roll out of bed in the morning. They just hurry through getting up, getting ready, might get a little cup of coffee on their way to work, and then they just roll into their office. They roll into school like this, sleepy and tired. And I just think, man, I want to wake up and get a little mojo going. I want to wake up and get a little fire going in my day. I want to wake up and just be enthusiastic about my day. And I can't really do that if I don't get up and have a routine, if I don't get up and kind of go through a plan. And I like to write down my goals every day. I like to write down some things that I'm reaching for every day. Good morning, my man. I like to write down like kind of some targets that I'm going for. I like to write down something positive quote. I like to read scripture. I am a person of faith. I seek Jesus through reading in the Word, prayer. I'm working on some scripture memorization right now, just putting the Word in my heart and in my mind. And so I kind of got a little routine that I go through. And then I come and I just bring you a little encouragement every day. And so it's a little different every day. Today I want to talk to you about something, and it's about your relationship with success and failure. I guess that's the real thing, your relationship with failure. Most people have a very negative relationship with failure. And it's understandable because nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to do wrong. Nobody wants to mess up. That's part of life, right? We just want to win all the time. We want to be successful all the time. And that's a good thing. The problem is when we're not successful and when we fail, the question is, what do we do then? What happens when we do something wrong? What happens when we're 2 weeks in and we've already messed up our New Year's resolution? Do we just quit? Do we wait till the next year? Do we wait literally 340 something days to get back to January 1st, 2019 before we get our goals right? Before we try again? And really that's all you'd be doing is trying again. You might make it 3 weeks and then you fail. Then what do? Wait till the next year? Say, I'm going to wait and lose this weight next year? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. When you fail, not if you fail, but when you fail on your way to success, your relationship with failure's got to be like, man, I ain't going to let failure get me down. I ain't going to let failure, it might get you down, but it's not going to keep you down. You know what I'm saying? There's an old song they used to play before sports games. I can't remember who sang it. I think it was it Smash Mouth? It said, talks about how I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. And I always thought that was a cool way of thinking about it. Like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't going to keep me down. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the question for you today is, what's your relationship with failure like? Now, you love failing so much that you just want to stay there, but you ought to love failing so much because it's one step closer to success. And what brought this about this morning is I was reading a quote by Thomas Edison, and this is what he said. I'm looking at the quote right now. He said, I failed my way to success. I failed my way to success. Thomas Edison said that. And if you know his story, you know he had 10,000 attempts at the light bulb. And I don't claim to know the whole story. I wasn't there, obviously. But later on, he said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. He simply said, I just found 10,000 ways that it would not work. Now, that is a good relationship with failure. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of relationship I want to have with failure. I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways that it would not work. So when things in your marriage aren't going great, you don't say, our marriage is failing. You just say, well, so far, everything we've tried has not worked. But that don't mean it can't work, right? When you're chasing your dream in sports and you're struggling, you're in a slump. You don't say, well, I'm just a failure at this sport. You just say, well, lately I have been struggling and I can't get out of this yet. It's a yet thing. I'm not done. I still got some more time. I still got to put some effort and some energy in, and I can get my way out of this rut, right? So what is your relationship with failure like? Too many people, it's you got to understand that it's just an event. It's not who you are, your failures. It's not permanent. It's unless you allow it to be. Get your relationship with failure right. So that way that's these things. There we go. In case anybody wants to know, Jade just told us, I get knocked down. That's who, well, if I wouldn't get in trouble for copyright rules, I'd just play it right now. But they probably delete this whole video, and somebody might need the video. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that as always. And so maybe this week, begin to look at failure when you mess up, when the car pulls out in front of you and you say something you probably shouldn't have said with your kids in the car, probably something you shouldn't have said anyway. You got to think, oh man, I got to get better at this thing. When your goal is to write in your book every day and you don't write every day, you can't give up on your book just because you missed a day. Get after it the next day. Make up for what you missed. When your goal is to go to the gym and you don't make it to the gym, don't just quit until 2019. Just the next day say, you know what? I'm going to keep going. Now, you need to have targets. You need to have goals that you're shooting for. But just because you miss your target just a little bit, just because you don't quite hit your goal, don't quit on life. And so my encouragement for you is to be like Thomas Edison and say, I failed my way to success. So that way, in 10 years, when you're successful at whatever you're doing, you say, I didn't always have it right. I failed a lot, but I didn't quit. I failed my way to success. And that's what I want to say about my life. And that's what I want to encourage you with this Monday morning. Because look, we don't need perfect people. I mean, we're not going to get it, okay? Nobody's perfect. Nobody is fail-proof, right? You're going to have some – you're going to fall down. You're going to make some mistakes, but you got to get back up. But you got to keep going. Don't fail and then lay down and quit. Fail, but then get back up with a fresh fire. Get back up with a fresh energy. Fail and then get back up and say, it's not over until I win. It's not over yet. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep chasing. I'm going to keep running. I'm going to keep running this race that is for me. And I'm not going to be done because I have failed. Okay? You're not a failure because you fail. You're a failure when you fail and you quit. You're a winner. Winners fail too. Winners fail and losers fail. It's just losers fail and they lay down and they quit and they're done. They give up. Winners fail and it drives them even more. Winners fail and they get up and they become the successful people that you know, that we know and like and follow. Those are the winners who have fallen and gotten back up and chased greatness. I mean, we could just sit here and talk all day about that. I mean, just look at Tom Brady. He wasn't a failure, but to a lot of people he was. He wasn't wasn't the biggest person ever, wasn't the fastest person ever, wasn't the most highly touted quarterback, didn't get drafted very high. Nobody really believed in him. And that's what drove him. To most people, he would be a failure, but that's what drove him to be great. And now he's the greatest quarterback of all time, right? There are many, many examples we could use, but I don't want to belabor the point because I want this video to be short, sweet, and to the point. So go out today and look, go out and help somebody else in this area. Even if you aren't failing today at something, maybe somebody maybe somebody you come in contact with is failing. You just let them know they're not a failure. They're only a failure if they quit and give up. Now is when they got to get back, keep the momentum going, get back up and strengthen themselves and go. Keep chasing, keep fighting, failing their way to success. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. As always, thanks for sharing. My name is Russ Warren. If we've never had a chance to meet before, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, online coach, just trying to bring some inspiration and some positivity to this negative world that we live in, right? Connect with me on social media, Russ Warren 320. If you're watching this on somebody else's page because they were nice enough and cool enough and awesome enough to share this video, you can follow me, this page at facebook.com/Russ Warren 320. Like the page there so you can be notified every time a new message comes out, okay? You're awesome. That's it from me in the morning fire. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.